Hi, this is
Blog
Desiree.
Talk Radio.
Hi, this is Desiree, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with our show for today. And if you are just now tuning into the show, we're going to be talking about actually being able to promote your business both online and offline. And also, we want to be able to do this, and we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit, and we're going to try to do this for the next 365 days. And the title of the show is called 365 Days Business Challenge, and that's for 2018, 2019. And there are a lot of different options that we can utilize for this. One of the things that I would like for us to do is to make sure that we know exactly how we're going to be able to do this for ourselves. For some of us, we already have a blog that we utilize on a day-to-day basis. For others, you may not actually have a blog, but you may have a website. And if you don't have a website, you may have a team that you manage, such as you may have an Avon team, or you may have an affiliate marketing team. Whatever team that you are utilizing for your business, we want to try to challenge ourselves for the next 365 days to really in tune and make sure that we are promoting our business on a day-to-day basis. And one of the ways that we're going to do this is I enjoy blogging. That's kind of one of the easiest ways for me to get started telling anyone about my website, also about telling anyone about the particular product that I may be promoting at the time, whether it's Avon, whether it's jewelry, whether it's affiliate marketing, or whether it's kind of posting and trying to help others to be able to build their business. So the whole purpose is for us to build our business. And the way that you do that is that you need to be working effectively on it. And you need to try to, have some tools, have some organization, have some time management so that you can get a certain amount of things done on a daily basis is what we're going to do for the next 365 days. And try to actually work on your business. And it can be very small what you do each day, or it can be something as big as maybe you're going to actually work on website maintenance or blog maintenance, where you're going to maybe change the look of your blog, or you're doing a new page, and that sometimes can take a little bit of time. Or maybe you're uploading some new technology to your website. Sometimes that takes a little bit more time. Or maybe you're doing something as simple as networking with other individuals to let them know that you do have a blog, that you do have a business. And we're going to talk about how to do those in this episode tonight. Now, if you're just now, maybe you don't have a blog, maybe you don't have a website. So I'm going to go over some basics about getting started. It's going to be just a quick overview. And if you want any more information, there are a couple of links that I have located on Rich and Rich Home Opportunities. You can go there and you can get ideas and some resources about how to get started on your blog. But the first thing that I would recommend for anyone is that you go ahead and you get a domain name for your website or blog. And what I mean by that is that you need to have some type of direction, some name that you're going to call your new blog. For example, for me, the name of my blog is Rich and Rich Home Opportunities. So I have a domain name that's richandrichhomeopportunities.com, and my blog is located on that particular website with that domain name. Now, you can get the domain name from several different places. Mine is from, right now, Bluehost. You can get them from GoDaddy. If you want something that's free, you can use Blogger, or you can either use WordPress. Now, when you're using Blogger or WordPress for free, typically what your domain name will be, it'll change a little bit. Because if you're using Blogger, for instance, mine would be Rich and Rich Home Opportunities at blogspot.com. Or if it were WordPress, it'd be Rich and Rich Home Opportunities at WordPress.com. So WordPress or Blogger will be within that name. if you use the free site. But that's okay because you can still brand yourself, because you can still use your brand name of whatever you like to actually name your blog or your business website. You can still do that. The other thing that you can do if you want to, you can actually pay for some services, and there's a lot of different website hosting platforms that are available where you can get a domain name, and some of them will help you to set up your blog, and some of them will help you to set up your first website. So if you're brand new, this is something that will help you to brand yourself. And the thing that I really enjoy about a blog is that you can continue to post new content that's original, and that's going to help you with your advertising, and it's going to also help you to market your business. Because the more that you have original content, then the more that your website will be noticed for being professional, and also being picked up in search engines, which is something that's good, because then you get, even if you're not advertising it to just your neighbor, you may get people that are online or that are using social media or that are using their mobile devices. You'll be promoted on there. A blog is also helpful for anyone that's promoting any product or service, because you get a chance, if you're posting, you can actually explain more about that product. You can explain more about your services. And that's true for any type of business that you are promoting, especially a lot of the direct sales marketing, anything for direct selling, anything for affiliate marketing. One of the best things that I like to do is I like to actually go ahead and promote a certain product or a service on my blog. And then you add a link to, let's say, for instance, let's say you sell Avon, and you get a website with your as part of your Avon membership. And what I do is I would actually talk about a particular product that I'm using from Avon that I really, really like, and then post a link that's to your website so that someone else, can find it. They can actually purchase it from your link based on the information that you're telling them within your blog. And the other thing about Blogger and WordPress, they are easy to use. And once again, they also have free templates that will help you to make your blog look more professional. And then you always want to make sure when you have a blog or you have a website, always add a contact page so that you can get subscribers to your blog or to your website. And you want to do this because if you have people who actually are getting copies of your blog posts to their email, you can keep up to date with what's going on with your members. And if they're commenting especially, you can make some of those comments actually improve your network, because maybe there's a link that you are posting on your blog or website that's not working. It's helpful when you have people who are coming to your blog or website to let you know that information. And so a contact page is a great way of doing something like that. And once again, a lot of the websites and a lot of the blogs will actually help you with setting up a contact page. You want to get subscribers because those are individuals who have decided that they like your product, they like your blog, they like your website, and they want information about it. The other thing that you want to do, once you have a domain name and you set up your blog and you set up your website, don't forget to get business cards. You want to get a business card, whether it's just for your website or for your blog, because business cards are an effective networking tool, and they also help individuals to visit your blog or your website. So they're a marketing tool, and you need to be able to get the word out about your products. You need to be able to get the word out about your blog and your website, and you can do that by, word of mouth. You can do that online by doing something like what I'm doing now, doing Blog Talk Radio, and also by having your own blog and by having your website. And you can do that offline as well. And offline, that would be utilizing your business card so that you can hand those out. So that's something that you want to try to order for yourself. and have plenty of those always in supply and always ready. So these are just some of the basic ideals just to kind of get you started on how you would promote or brand yourself. The 365 Days Business Challenge is to encourage everyone to kind of participate in building your business. Life gets very busy for many of us, but the rewarding thing for you when you're doing something that is beneficial to promoting your business is that you are promoting yourself and you're promoting your product and you're increasing your sales, you're increasing your reputation. And so once you are doing those things, you'll start to become more motivated to continue to do different ideals, and maybe you have ideals that you can actually share with others as well. So this 365 days challenge, I would like for everyone to really look at this as being a motivation tool for you. And it's, something that I would like, for it to develop some great groups and develop your commitment to promoting your business each and every day. For everyone that's listening to this broadcast, what I'll say to you is welcome. And I say welcome because right now this is day number one for you. By just tuning in to the show, you are actually starting something for your business, for your blog, for your website, for promoting any ideal or whatever type of information you are trying to get out to everyone that you want to do on a day-to-day basis. This is day number one of that challenge. So you can say that day number one is finished for you. And also look at this as a way of networking, because when we're on Blog Talk Radio and when you're doing all of the different networking tools, you will have people that will come back and they will revisit your site again and they'll revisit your show again. And one of the things that I would like to do with our challenge is we're not going to just leave this at, just tonight that we're going to be doing this. We're going to continue to make sure that we monitor each other. So I would like for, individuals to call in and tune in and kind of tell us what you would like to have happen with the show, and also tell me what you've actually done to kind of help as well to make sure that you have been participating within, in the day-to-day challenge, or, to do something with your website. And so one of the things that I intend to do is I'm going to do this show on a weekly basis. More than likely, it will be on Monday. If that changes, I will get the information out to everyone so that you kind of know that the show is going to change and it will be on a different date or a different time. I'll just kind of check in with people to see how they're doing as far as following up, for the week. So it'll be every week that I'll try to do this. But I'm going to move forward in my Blog Talk Radio show with other different ideals and other products and services and other information that I'm going to want to present as well. So we'll do a small little portion of the show will be dedicated to our 365 Days Challenge. And then we'll go into new material. And then hopefully as we go on, we'll have people that will tune in, other individuals and maybe some teams that will kind of give us some ideas about what they've been doing and what's been working for them and what's not been working for them. Okay, if you are new to my Blog Talk Radio show, one of the things that I will tell you is that I always follow each one of my Blog Talk Radio shows up with a couple of things. The first thing I'm going to do is I always put it on YouTube, and I do it on YouTube. It's a shorter version of what I'm telling you tonight. I'll have that on YouTube, so that's available. So that's another marketing tool. And then the other thing that I do is I will also blog that information on my blog, so you can always go to any of my blogs and find that information. Once I'm done with this Blog Talk Radio show tonight, what I will do, any website that I mentioned to you, such as GoDaddy, Bluehost, Blogger, WordPress, I'll have those links. And so that'll be on my page, and you can kind of look at that. But once again, you can always go to Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, and I'm going to have that information on there. I'm also going to have it on Facebook. And then the other thing that I like to do is I like to also write articles. And so I know it seems like a lot. However, if you are blogging, you're already writing. And sometimes it may take you just a little bit more with your article writing to change the blogging just a little bit so that you can submit your content also to article marketing sites. And these are tools that you actually want to try to utilize on a um, a routine basis. And the reason you want to do that is because you build more branding for yourself, more promotion, but it also will help you to be recognized as an expert, or at least people will be able to trust and come back to you when they know that they're talking to a real person and that you're doing things, to stay consistent and to be around. And, you're just not a fly by night saying, oh, you can get rich making this amount of money and then no one hears from you again. You really don't want to be that individual. You want to be someone that's professional, that you are marketing, you are advertising. Make sure you check out your content. One of the things about blogging that you will learn very quickly, you do not want to have just anyone leaving anything on your blog or your website. So you want to monitor those, and a lot of the website and blogging sites will let you know how you will do that, because you don't want them putting something on there that you wouldn't professionally want to stand behind. Then the other thing that I'm going to be doing is that if you really think about it, if I did Blog Talk Radio Show, and I did YouTube, and I posted on my blogs, and I did Facebook, and I did article sites, that's already covering about 6 days of activities for me. And then the seventh day can be a day of actually passing out your business cards. Your business cards, that's something that you can do. Let's say you just don't have time, and the only thing you have time for is maybe to hand out a couple of your business cards for the day. That's great, because this 365 days business challenge, it's supposed to be something that is helping you. It's supposed to motivate you, but it's not supposed to make you feel that you are overwhelmed to actually promote your own business or your website. And even if you are not, let's say, for instance, it's easy for someone that has a product or a service that they're going to be promoting. But let's say you're not promoting a product or a service. You just like blogging. Maybe you like writing, and there are different things that you can write about that other individuals are going to find interesting, and that they will actually look at your blog, and they will be maybe they will be encouraged to do something that you are telling them about in your blog. So you can use your blog as a teaching platform, or a platform that you want to get information out to other individuals to influence, a different way of thinking. And that's one of the things that you can do with a website as well. And a lot of people will say, well, you don't really make any money with that. Well, you actually can make money with your blogging and with a website, because the more you are recognized by search engines, the more traffic you have coming to your website. And there's a couple of avenues that you can utilize to what we call monetize your website or your blog. And that means making it so that you can make money from the website. And blogging, a lot of times, you can add it to different engines so that you can do that. YouTube is a good way of doing that. And some of those, they will tell you how to monetize your blog or your website. But the main thing, the only way that you're going to be able to improve the amount of money you make is the same with a store that is, that you go to. The only way it's going to stay open, or that anyone's going to stay interested, is if they continue to restock, get the word out, stay professional, and, be trustworthy, and so that you can get individuals to come back again and again and again. So that's the same thing that you're doing with this concept. And one of the things about handing out business cards, people don't really know that you can do a lot with your business cards and with handing them out. A lot of times we run out of ideas about where we can actually place those business cards. Well, on my website, Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, I actually posted about 127 great places that you can actually leave your business card. The same concept that you do for your business cards for handing them out, if you look at any of those ideals or if you already have ideals that are working for you already, you can use these same concepts when you're talking about handing out flyers, when you're talking about handing out brochures, when you're talking about doing postcards, and also with posters. The ideals are effective for advertising and they help you to be able to market and to brand yourself. And so that's one of the things that you want to be doing on a day-to-day basis. Now, once you are looking at this, let's say you've made it through the first 7 days of this 365 days challenge. On day number 8, maybe you want to move on to something else because maybe you are working on a blog and so you got a step-by-step process that you're working on for each day. You can continue on with that. Or you could, if you wanted to and you're thinking, hey, I want to have a game plan. I want to have something that is something I can look at and I know that I can do this again. Gone through the first 7 days, so you can just repeat days 1 through 7. And so for me, that's what I would do. I already have my days planned out for day number 1, which is to do my Blog Talk Radio show, which I'm doing right now. And then on day number 7, I'm going to hand out my business card. On day number 8, I'm doing my Blog Talk Radio show again. And so I'm starting off my, week, so that's going to take me up to 14 days. Now, this is what I recommend personally. I recommend that you get a calendar and that you plan how you're going to actually promote and how you're going to market yourself. Because when you can see something on a calendar, it kind of helps you stick with your plan so that you're just not getting up each day and you're kind of trying to figure out what you're going to be doing. You actually have a game plan, and you can use a calendar that you already have right now. I personally went ahead and got a business calendar, so I have nothing but what I'm going to be working on as far as my blog, my website, and whatever product for a 2-week period. And so it's easier for me to plan out for 2 weeks. And so that's kind of what I have been doing. So we're going to continue to go on with a couple of other things that you can be doing. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. Have you been listening to the show?
I was trying to continue. I just tuned in. No, I haven't. I just tuned in. I was wondering what was the topic.
The topic is 365 days for your business challenge for 2018 and 2019. So we are working on ways that we can promote our blog, business, or website or products or services for the next 365 days. So it's a way for us to motivate one another.
Sounds great. So how do you plan on doing it?
We actually plan on, you have to tune in and listen to the rest of the show if you can. And we're going to be talking about a couple of avenues of how we're doing that. I was just talking about a calendar just now. That was one of the things that we would be doing. So just keep tuning in, continue to listen to the rest of the show, and you'll hear more ideals. But also, I'll give out information for getting in contact if you have further questions also.
Sounds great. Continue. I wish you nothing but success. Continue doing what you're doing. I hope you'll be successful.
Thank you so much. You take care, okay?
All right. You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're going to continue on with the show. So as I've said before, you can use a calendar. It can be your personal calendar. Maybe you already have a calendar set up that you utilize for work or that you utilize for your current business right now. You can use the same one, but I just went ahead and I just bought a totally separate one, and I bought one more to help me with the motivation of doing these next 365 days along with all of my listeners as well. The other thing that I would like to also encourage everyone to do is that if you do have questions I will give you the information for being able to contact, and so that you can actually write in. But one of the things I'd like everybody to do is you can go to richenrichhomeopportunities.com, and on there, there's a contact, and on that contact form, you can actually write in any questions that you have or any comments that you have. I would love to hear them. I do screen all of my comments before I actually will post them on my blog or my website. So I will do that. I review those pretty frequently, so you'll see me getting back to you as soon as I can and answer your question as best I can. And so one of the things that I thought about is that I wanted to give everyone an overview, kind of like what my 14 days would look like. So day number 1 is today. It's November 26th. It's Monday. Then I'm doing my Blog Talk radio show that you're listening to now. Now tomorrow, which is Tuesday, I'm going to actually do my YouTube recap of this Blog Talk radio show. And I do that with any of my Blog Talk radio shows. I try to go ahead and go on YouTube and post it as well, because some people like Blog Talk Radio, some people like YouTube better. It just depends on what platform, and the more flexible you are to, being able to adapt to different platforms, then it's helpful. Some people like blogging. So on Wednesday, November 28th, I'm going to be posting on my blog that I utilize through Blogger. And so that I'll give you all of these links so that you know what they are. And then on Thursday, which is November 29th, I'll be posting on my WordPress blog. On Friday, I'm going to be posting on Facebook, and that's November 30th. Then on Saturday, December 1st, I'm going to actually start submitting. I'm going to edit my blog differently because I want to add more information into it. I could put a little bit more links, which are where you can actually click on it and you can go to the websites that I'm telling you about if you want to review, or if you want further information. When you submit articles, the one thing that you need to know right now is that you can only have so many links that article, or it will not be accepted. And so depending on the level you are in your membership for the article, that will kind of tell how many links you can have in there. Usually you have a box where you kind of have your overall website that you can list there, and you don't really want to go too much further into anything else except for to get people to your website, because if you're posting good, informative content on the articles, then you'll get visits to your website. So that's one of the things you have to keep in mind. I personally like evening articles. I'm an expert writer on there, and so I use that one a whole lot. I also will do press releases of my article, and I will tell you a little bit more about that as we progress in our 365-day challenge. But these are just a couple of things to get you started. On Sunday, December 2nd, I'm going to hand out my business card. So that's day number 7 already. And that may sound like a lot, but one of the things that I did to prepare for this Blog Talk radio show, and I always do it, I always kind of have written out what I intend to go over. So I don't want to sit on the show, and I don't want to waste up your time by trying to figure out what it is that I'm going to give you information on. I have that already written up prior to the show. Now, the good thing about having that written out prior to the show is that kind of forms my blog. And so I tweak it a little bit more. I'll put it on my blog. It's already ready for YouTube. So all I'm doing is I'm just doing a smaller version of what I'm doing on Blog Talk Radio. I'll do that on YouTube. And it's ready for Facebook. It's pretty much ready. Now, when I get ready to submit this same information that I've submitted to the blog, I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit. I'm going to make sure that I don't have links that I really can't have in there, and just make sure that I kind of just summarize and just give information about what we're doing for our 365 days business challenge. And then I can submit my article. And so that's already completed. And then for handing out the business cards, those are cards that I already have my business card. So there's really nothing that I did that was probably the most time consuming part of this for me probably is just writing it, getting the content, focusing on what I wanted to talk about, and then being able to present it on Blog Talk Radio and also being able to present it on YouTube, because sometimes Blog Talk Radio, for people, if you're not used to actually having to talk or to be seen and talking, such as YouTube, then it can be a little bit daunting. But there are things that you can do if you do like YouTube. There are other things that you could do so that you don't have to necessarily be in front of the camera for YouTube. You can do charts and different things of that nature, and that's kind of some of the stuff that we'll continue to go over as we do our 365 Days Business Challenge. And then we will have guest speakers from time to time that will tell us also about kind of some of the things that they are doing. And, that will be avenues for us to be able to look at other blogs, because one of the things about networking is that if you have someone come out to your website and your blog and they comment, and if they leave you a link and if it's a good comment and they leave you a good link, then you should, visit that blog, visit that website, and, and for us, for Blog Talk Radio, listen to some of the other Blog Talk Radio shows that are on Blog Talk Radio. So, because that's a way of networking. And if someone listens to you, then, it's nice for you to go back and try to listen to what they're saying on Blog Talk Radio, read their blog posts, or look at their website, look at their products. I'm not saying you got to buy or anything like that, but, get ideals. You can do that. And, we need to support one another. And so that was days number 1 through 7. And so then on Monday, I would just start all back over again. And I would do my Blog Talk Radio show. I'm going to go and do my YouTube. I'm going to post on my blogs. I'm going to post on Facebook. I'm going to do my article submission, and I'm going to hand out my business card. Now, when I get to day number 14, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an inventory, look back at my calendar that I now have set up, and see what worked for me and what didn't work for me. Maybe, when you do a business calendar, and we all have other things that we're doing on a day-to-day that needs to be completed as well, maybe you're finding that certain days, certain things just didn't fit in with you, maybe certain times of the day, maybe that wasn't as effective for you, maybe posting a blog, or maybe that day you weren't able to hand out any business cards. But you should always be able to hand out business cards, because you just leave them somewhere. A good place that's clean and that, there's some traffic going through. You should always be able to leave a business card. But in the event that you're not, those are the things that you want to look back at your calendar, and you want to say, what things can I do better? And maybe what things, you weren't comfortable with, and maybe that's just something you're not going to be able to do. That's your opportunity to tweak yourself. And so maybe what you're going to be doing for the day, there's going to be some days, well, maybe part of your promoting your blog, your business, your website, your product, or your services is going to be just evaluating and taking inventory of what you've already done. And so you will be able to do that also. So by no means should this be overwhelming. I want to really get that across. This should be exciting. I'm excited about doing it. And so that's what this should be for you. And then as we get started and we have more and more people that start to tune in, because I'm promoting, I always promote my show, both online, offline. I'm going to be promoting, so we will get more and more people that will tune in. And we will have guests that will come and, on the line, and they will speak as well. And then hopefully we get comments on the blogs. And there are forums that you can join too. We don't mention that. I didn't mention that today, but there are forums that you can do. There's a lot of different things with social media that you can do that, are very, very helpful. And as we get more, if we get going more and more in the days, because I want to be able to break down each thing and just spend a segment where we can go over maybe someone setting up their blog for the first time. I do have some episodes that I have on Blog Talk Radio show that I did before about setting up your first blog. I'm going to have resources that are good resources. There's a couple of ones that I like. I like Rosalind Gardner's affiliate blog pro website, and I'm going to tell you the reason I like it. If there's anything that I would encourage any kind of newcomer to, I would encourage you for looking at her website and her products, because she goes from very, very basic all the way up to actually doing your blog and blogging effectively. And if you want to do something with affiliate marketing, and affiliate marketing is nothing more than you advertising a product. So as we have sales pages and we have magazines that you have individuals who are promoting a certain product, that is the same thing that affiliate marketing is. You are promoting a product for a business, and if you do well with that, you will get paid. If you depends on how dedicated you are and how motivated you are. And, you need to have some type of investment in whatever product that you are utilizing. So I will be posting those resources on my page, as the week goes through, and you'll see things, and you'll get used to the blog, and you'll get used to the platform. And I hope to have individuals that will comment and that you will be leaving us your website links. I will be checking every link to make sure that they are professional and that it's something that we are trying to do and promote, and that they are professional as well. And that just goes back to what I said in the beginning. Don't let anyone just post anything on your blog, and don't just, post and let comments just be updated to your blog or your website just automatically. You always want to be reviewing that content before it's posted. Okay, and so now we've taken a look back at the last couple of weeks, and you're kind of making some tweaks about what you're going to be doing and how you're going to run your particular challenge. And it is your challenge, and so I want you to be know that you can definitely ask me questions throughout, and we will, continue to be successful together. And what I will do is at the end of this show, I'm going to work on the resources page, so that all the resources that I have listed, I want you to have a website that you can go to. Now, for those of you, if you don't have, some people don't have a computer, or, maybe you're not able to get to the library or anything like that. So one of the things that I always do with individuals is always make sure that, I leave the information that you can go and actually, if you do use email or anything like that, you can always email as well. And sometimes that's a little bit easier for people, because a lot of people have their cell phones where you can at least send an email. If you can, at least do that. If you have questions or anything like that, I will leave that information. And so I'm just going to kind of go back and kind of summarize what we've gone over tonight. And we're slotted to go for like an hour, but I know that this is probably for some people a lot of information. And so I want to make sure that you have everything that you need so that you can start off your 365 days of business challenge very successfully. And remember, you want to go ahead and cross off today as day number 1. If you listen to the show, or whenever that day is going to be for you, that would be your day number 1. Or, if you're planning other things in the week, just kind of do some of those activities so that you can stay motivated. That's the main thing, just staying motivated. I went to an exercise class today, and they talked about, how many people are having a hard time just getting motivated to just come and, work out. And there was a lot of people, especially for those of us who are getting ready to go into the colder months. For those of us in Wisconsin, that's going to be us. There's going to be more times where you're probably going to be inside than outside. So it's hard to get motivated to leave your home. So that's some of the stuff that they talked about today. So let this be your motivation, that there are going to be others that are going to be looking and doing the same thing that you're doing, trying to get through each day and promote themselves, brand yourself every day. And once you start to do this, it will become routine to you. You won't even have to think about it. These activities that you think are taking you a lot of time, after a while, they will not take you as long, and you will have your time management well developed. Your organizational skills will be improved, and you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you are doing something that is promoting you, yourself, your product, your ideals, your website, your blog, and helping you to be more professional each and every day. So, in summary, the first thing that I mentioned is get a domain name for your website or your blog, something that you want to be called. If you're going to do something, let's say you're a big proponent of smoking cessation, or you're trying to get yourself motivated to stop smoking. Maybe one of the things you do to help yourself get motivated is you start a blog about smoking cessation. And then you need to think about what you want that blog to be called, because you don't want your blog to be just smoking cessation, because I'm sure they've got a lot of blogs out there that already have that particular domain name. So you want to think of something that's going to be a catchy phrase, something that is significant for you, and that would be your domain name. The next thing that I talked about is that when you're looking for a domain name, you can get a domain from Bluehost. You can get a domain name from GoDaddy. And when you're doing Bluehost, GoDaddy, and some of the other sites, there is a small fee, and you'd be very surprised that a domain name it's relatively cheap for you to get. So you can go really, really pricey, or it's affordable, something that you can look into. And if you just know that right now the only thing I would like to do is a free platform, Blogger is an excellent platform. WordPress is an excellent platform, and they are free. And the only thing, as I told you in the beginning, is that for Blogger, Blogspot, it'll be at blogspot.com, and for WordPress, it'll be at wordpress.com. So let's say your smoking cessation site is going to be smoking cessation at blogspot.com. That's what, you still have the name smoking cessation as your domain name, but just know that Blogspot or WordPress is going to be in that name as well. And sometimes some people just like the idea of just they don't want the Blogspot or the WordPress in the name of their website. So that's why sometimes you can purchase it from Bluehost or GoDaddy if that's your plan. And then once you are purchasing from, or you're going with the free platform, they a lot of times will help you to be able to build your first blog by a template so it looks professional, or a website so that it looks professional. So you'll get that information. You want to make sure that you have a contact page, and that contact page is so that you can have people that will subscribe, meaning that they want to get your content on a routine basis, and you will be able to send them information on new products that you're offering, a new blog post that you're really excited about. You'll be able to do that. You want to make sure that you are also getting business cards for your now blog or website that you have. And if you already have one, then, make sure that that's something that you do go and do for yourself. We will be doing this Blog Talk Radio show. At this point, for me, I will be doing it every Monday. I'm going to try to keep the time at the same time it is tonight. It's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if I have to change that, I will make sure that I get that information out as soon as possible. And it'll always be on Rich and Rich Home Opportunities .com for any kind of changes that I do need to make. Um, if you have a Facebook page, you can always promote yourself on Facebook as well, your blog. Don't be afraid to try article marketing, which means that you would submit your blog, probably with edits, to an article site. And I will have those on the resources page as well when I get that developed. And then if you are having trouble with thinking of ideals for actually placing your business cards, you can always go to richandrichhomeopportunities.com, and I have on there the 127 great places that you can leave your business card. That can be helpful for those who, this is going to be your first time doing something like this. Make sure that you have some way of keeping yourself accountable. And the way I'm doing it is I have a calendar, a business calendar, and I am just like I know that for the next 2 weeks, a lot of times for work or whatever, family events or different things, you may have a calendar of what you're going to be doing, when you're going to pay your rent, pay your bills, or, anything that you're doing of that nature. You want to do the same type of thing for your business. You want to have a calendar of activities that you're going to be doing that are going to help you to continue to get the word out and to keep individuals coming back to your business and to make yourself more marketable and professional each and every day. Remember that the overall goal for us is to try to do something every day, and it can be as simple as telling someone about your business, blog, website, or just handing out your business card. Now, one extra thing that I'm adding to my website, because I have this already, and I'm just putting it back on the website, is that I do have an ebook, and the ebook kind of goes over all the different things that I have in place for my website, and it goes back from, because I've been doing this since 2007, and I know that there are individuals who have been doing it even longer than me, and so there are wonderful ebooks out there that you can get a lot of times for free, and we'll talk about some ways that you can utilize ebooks a little bit later. But that's just something that you'll see on Rich and Rich Home Opportunities .com also. And what I will say is that I have enjoyed talking with you guys tonight. I hope that you will take an opportunity to work on doing things for yourself. And there's a reason that I did this now versus waiting till the new year, because I think everybody wants to do something starting in the new year. Well, I want to do something starting now that we can it can carry on into next year. And it's something that you can start now. You don't have to wait. And you'll be a little bit challenged. And as you hear some of the other things that others are doing, as you start to maybe get a little bit more savvy at what you're doing for your ideals that you are having, and you will hopefully let the rest of us know what you're doing and come on the show to be a co-host. I would enjoy that very much. So I will go ahead and say good night to everyone. Be safe and stay warm. And this is Desiree Sims. And if you need to reach me by email, the best email that you can reach me at is mrs.DesireeSims@gmail.com, and I will take your questions, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you would like to be a host on next week's show, which is going to be next Monday, then send me an email about that too and let me know that. But I really would prefer that people really try to go to richandrichhomeopportunities.com and use the Contact Us page because you'll be able to get the information in there also, because sometimes things go into spam and I won't be able to get to everyone if everything is going into spam because I rarely check the spam folder at all. Okay, but I do check richandrichhomeopportunities.com, and that comes out to my business email. All right, you guys have a great night.